if you guys can actually hear me while I try to... There. Can you guys still hear me, though? You guys are going to have to let me know when you get in here. Can you hear me? Can see me, Gilbert. Can see me. Come on. Yeah, we're gonna think some things through tonight, guys. You guys are gonna... We're gonna brainstorm tonight. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me? So let's brainstorm. Alright? Yeah, that really... That does make the most sense. I mean, if you guys really think about it, if you really think about it, right? The only way they could get away with doing this, right? The only way they could get away with doing this would be to have been beforehand letting them know, the court system, everything else. Hi, Jacob. They would have had to have been letting them know that I was not of my own faculties, right? Which, in and of itself, in order to either get me to not sign the will, right? Because I took over my sperm donor's third of everything. So in order to get me to do that, it kind of puts it hand in hand with the people that fucked with my disability. Who would have thought that me going down a rabbit hole trying to figure out why I couldn't get disability would uncover my family claiming it for me when I was a child, which leads into me taking my father's place in the will, and then them being in charge when my grandfather died, and me not getting my rightful inheritance plus my disability. Like, the only way to do that would be to have controlled, right, everything from the beginning, which means they were all in on it from the get-go, which means they were the ones that filed for my disability, which is the reason why I've never seen it, and I get an instant no every time I try, because I have cerebral palsy. I should be in a wheelchair. Like, I should be an instant yes, right? A disabled person from birth should be an instant yes. Correct? Correct. But I'm not, which is what sent me down a rabbit hole. So in order for them to control my disability, would be the only way for them to, like, skirt me signing, right? Would be the only thing to skirt me signing the will, acknowledging I am getting everything back. Um, that's the only thing that honestly makes sense. Otherwise, because I have a signature, especially at the time I was 15, 16 years old, I was already qualifying to go to Berkeley on the animation program and everything else like that. Like, I have a very unique signature. You cannot forge that. So the only way to skirt around that would be to say, like, I am not of my own faculties. But yet I went to college. I have a 20 plus year career in sales and marketing, a very successful one for 3 different Fortune 500 companies that trust me with millions upon millions of dollars in inventory on a monthly basis. Like, I think I'm in control of all my faculties. Thank you very much. Um, and you guys making fun of my looks is kind of bullshit. It's proving how ungodly and unsaved you actually are, you unholy motherfuckers. Um, but yeah, go ahead and keep making fun of me. Keep putting it down there. I'll take the negative and the positive karma, dude. I'll just make it all about me. Um, so, yeah, and you want to say no, that you're not being unholy and ungodly? Look at all this. Break out of the meth pipe on stream? Really? Are you a hormel eater? Really? You are all ungodly and unholy fucks. You know that, right? You are all unholy and you are all ungodly the way you treat other people. You prove that you have not earned your salvation and you never will. You have proven that you have not earned your salvation and you never will. Enjoy hell. You judgmental fucks that have no right to judge anyone. My name is in my fucking title. My name is in my fucking title. What is the title to my channel? All of you just attention grabbers, attention seekers. All unholy. All undivine, all unworthy of salvation. Look at all of you. Pathetic. Pathetic. You prove you deserve hell. You all do. Look at these comments. Look at all these fucking comments. You prove it. Look at that. How dare you? How dare you? How dare all of you? Just remember, when you're burning, you all brought this on yourselves by how you treat me and other people of my kind, the disabled, the ones that are truly saved, the ones that understand what it's all about. Dude, you don't even make fucking sense. Dude or chick, I don't even fucking care, because so many people come through here on fake accounts. I don't really care. How, like 3 years? What do you mean 3 years? What do you mean 3 years? Huh? Huh? Fuck off, dude. You all expose yourselves. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Yeah, whatever. You can leave. You don't have to be here. I was talking to an empty room before you all showed up. I'll talk to an empty room when you leave, because this is not about you, this is about me. I don't need to be nice. You are all being, like, wicked and unholy and narcissistic fucks. Like, get the hell out. I don't need to deal with that in my life. Like, you have the choice to be here, and you're choosing to be here. So don't give me your bullshit. This is my channel. I'm doing this for me. I'm not asking for your views. I'm not asking for your subscription. I'm getting on here, and I'm talking to myself. Fucking ignorant fucks. Alright. So, let me get back on track. I hate it when people do that. I really do. I fucking hate it. Shit, I lost where I was at. Alright. So you can't forge my signature, which means you would have to, like, either have your lawyer present something to the court saying I'm not of sound mind and body. But how can you get away with that when I'm proven my whole life that I'm of sound mind and body? 11/11 as I say that. Like, how can you get away with that? Like, if they did try to forge my signature, the only one that could do it would be my uncle, because he's the only left-handed one in the family other than me. But even then, like, I deliberately make my signature so messed up, you would never even be able to know. Right? So how did they do it? How did they... Like, we already know how they kept me from finding out about it initially, because they kept me from the hospital the day he died when he asked to speak to me, right? Okay, thanks. So, that's how they prevented me initially, right? From finding out about this, because he asked for me. And they said whatever bullshit to him. Well, they made my uncle and my sperm donor call me and told me to stay the fuck home. So, we already know that. But, if he died when I was 15, and his will was read a month after he died, and I was in said will, I should have been required to be there. Because I should have been required to be there because technically my sperm donor had no rights to me whatsoever. So he could not show up on my behalf or sign for me. It would have had to have been my mother, and my mother was told to stay the fuck home with me, right? So everything around this screams fraud. Everything around this screams, you're going to give me everything because you just fucked yourselves. Like, you withheld a third of the family fortune that was rightfully mine. And I only found out about it because I'm investigating my disability, which you guys seem to have something to do with also. Kind of curious. But if I'm entitled to all that and you hid it from me, why the two times that I've asked for help in life, hey Mason, the two times I asked for help in life, why didn't you give it to me? In order to keep me pacified, in order to keep me not thinking about all of that. Why wouldn't you pacify me? It makes no sense, guys. It really doesn't. Like, think about it. if you're put into a will, like just put yourselves in this position, right? If you're put into a will in place of, say, your father, and then your family deliberately, when your grandfather dies, keeps you from him so he cannot tell you what you're entitled to, what you're getting. And then after that, a month after that, they somehow read the will with you needing to be there, getting a third of the family fortune, correct? Put yourselves in this position now, right? And then proceed to control everything. And then you literally only asked for help twice in your life. When you were 18, so you could stay in college, they told you no. And then when, like, right now, I just need help getting back and forth so I can accept this job, and they still will not help. Like, wouldn't you want to pacify the person you are leeching off of? Like, you actually think, like, I'm either that weak or that stupid that I will never stand up and say anything? Like, I'm disabled. It's killing my body. I'm done. I deserve the help that you've never given me my entire life, because I've done this myself my entire life. I'm not exaggerating either, guys. My family's never been there. Everything that I've accomplished in this life as a disabled man, I've done it on my own. But then again, there's no one like me out there. Like, everybody that has cerebral palsy is in a wheelchair or on crutches or a walker. I'm the only one that walks upright, even though my body hurts the same way theirs does. Like, I'm the only one that walks upright. And there will only be others like me after this, because I'm paving a way. Like, no one has ever done this before. Right? So I've wanted to do this road by myself this whole time, but it's broken my body to this point. I deserve the help. And not only that, like, I'm owed it, because you've kept everything from me. So, how were you able to get away with it from 15 to 43? Hi, Wally. From 15 to 43, how were you able to get away with this for so long? The only logical answer is that the whole family knows about it, and the whole family's in on it except for me. Which is sad to think about, because that means I can't even trust my own brother. How would you guys like to be put in that position, that you cannot trust anybody in your life? Still want to talk shit about me? Huh? That's why I say I've earned everything that I've had in my life, because no one's ever been there. And because I'm disabled and I show up and do everything. You call me a tryhard. Bitch, I'm not a tryhard. I just am that motherfucker. It's not pretty, and none of you ever like it, but it's the fucking truth. Thank you. I appreciate that, Wally, and thank you, Mason. Like I said, if anything resonates and you see a success out of it for me, pay attention to how I did it. Just pay attention to how I did it, and understand the focus and the drive and the mentality you have to overcome something like that. Because my life is not for the faint of heart, guys. My life has never been for the faint of heart. How I'm still here right now, I will never know. And the fact that everybody just wants to belittle me and call me a drug addict when they know nothing about me, they know nothing about my disability or what it causes in my body, is just ignorance. And it shows how you want to preach that you believe in God and you follow Jesus, but none of you actually walk the walk. All you do is talk the talk. I walk the walk. That's what makes me so intimidating to the rest of you. Do you think I'm going to cower before that? No, I never will, because I know I walk the walk. I know why I intimidate all you. And I love it. because it proves how false and how fake the rest of you are. Because if my own family does this to me, then everybody does this to the people that resonate with me, right? That's what it means. Everybody that resonates with my story, that means everybody in your life does the same thing to you that they fucking have done to me. And please pay attention. Please take what you can to further yourselves. Give yourselves more strength. Give yourselves more drive, more determination. Let yourselves see that you can accomplish what you want. Where's my drink? I need a drink. And no, not like that kind of drink, guys. Thank you. Flavored water. Thank you very much. Strawberry watermelon. I wish I could find my fruit punch Mio, but I do not know what happened to it since I started cleaning and moving everything around. Unfortunately, that fruit punch Mio is the best. But yeah, it's just pay attention. Take what you can out of it, and hopefully it helps. Because I know more and more, all cowards do is just bully. So they get their way instead of the nice guy or the nice girl getting what they rightfully deserve. So if what I do and what I say and what I show help you, then please use it responsibly. Please. But I am disabled to the point where I should be in a wheelchair. I worked out religiously twice a day, every day, my whole life to get to this point. Do not ever assume you're me. But if anything that you resonate with will help you, please let it. But as far as people calling me a bully, well, I grew up at a time when I had bones broken, like literally because people didn't like me as a disabled person and just showing up being myself. Like I literally had a almost life-ending concussion when I was 7 years old because a child was so threatened that I didn't cower before them. No, life has made me the bully to bully the bullies. So if you're a bully and you step in here and you do anything like that, the bully's going to come out because I ain't going to put up with that. And I ain't going to put up with anybody bullying anybody else around me. I never have and I never will. I'm strong enough to make a difference. I will. Like, I guarantee you, I can walk into a room of people, normal people, and there's a 9 in 10 chance because of all the physical activity I've done in my life, regardless of how skinny I am and how much you make fun of me, ladies and gentlemen, because of all the physical activity I've had, the sports, the wrestling, the martial arts, everything. I can walk into any room, probably under severe focus, kick all of your asses. Like, do not ever discount me. There is no other of my kind out there. Don't ever think I can't do something, because I will show up and I will show you out every single time. Because I am the first of my kind. I will not be the last, and I am setting the bar extremely fucking high. Extremely fucking high. I'm showing everybody that's like me this is possible. And I will not let anybody discount me or anybody like me for wanting to better themselves when everybody else tells us that we can't. Who the hell are you to tell us that we can't when our lives were born on hard mode? We were born with this shit. You were born normal. What makes you think you've beaten the game to the level that you can be reborn on hard mode? Like, think about it, ladies and gentlemen. If this whole thing is a lesson and you're constantly reborn to learn new fucking lessons, right? So you earn your place and you don't have to come back and do this again, right? Wouldn't hard mode wouldn't being born disabled be like the ultimate challenge, the ultimate test? and I've dominated that shit, shouldn't you be watching what I do instead of discounting me? I mean, go ahead and give me the negative karma. I'm just going to alchemize it into positive karma for me, because that's what I do with everything. But you really should be paying attention instead of talking shit. Let's be honest. Let's be truly honest. You should be paying attention instead of talking shit. Because the level of success that I've had in my life for being a disabled man blows most of you out of the water. Blows most of you out of the water. And the fact that I have a chance to do it again, I'm so far ahead of the curve, I have to die for the rest of you to catch up. You should be studying what I'm doing, not belittling me. You should be studying how I'm lifting myself back up again at 43 years old when everybody tells you this is impossible. Right? This should be studied. This should not be put down. And 43 being disabled. How about that? No, none of you can ever take this away from me. This doesn't happen for a normal person, let alone for a disabled person. Do you think I'm going to give this up lightly? Do you think I'm going to relinquish any of this anytime soon? You did not give me what I deserved when I earned it properly. So I'm taking everything for it, because that's what I deserve.